Let's go ahead and put the final touches on the video. First and foremost, we're going to need some introductory music. So we'll go ahead and grab a tune by the amazing Eddie Gray guy. So we'll just drop that into the intro right about there. And for my taste, I like this to be below 20 so I can move my cursor over the audio waveform and then just drop that around there. Let's see what this sounds like. Hey team, how's it going? This is Eddie Gray, and in today's video, we're going to be covering this great MIDI controller, and I'm going to show you one of three. And then if you want to drop it down further, you can either play with the track height and adjust it that way, but probably an easier way is to hit Command to go into the properties panel and then just drop the gain from here. So it's just going to offset the volume. Let's take a listen. Hey team, how's it going? This is Eddie Gray, and in today's video, we're going to be covering this great MIDI controller. And I'm going to show you one of three things. I'm going to show you how to low cut, also going to show you how to high cut. Okay, so that sounds pretty good to me. One thing that I really love, if I go into the audio effects tab, which is right here, is the ability to fade in and fade out your audio. So I'll grab the fade out action, drop it there. And if you investigate further, you can see that all that's happening is that Camtasia is automating this process of a fade out. So let's take a listen to that. Just within these three parameters, there is a world of possibility. We have I want to do a little bit more work here. And so under visual effects, I'm going to drop in, let's do drop shadow. And this is going to take the existing shape and it's just going to just make it look a little bit better. I think it's important to try and blend things to the best of your ability. So let me turn this off by hitting this small icon here. And so this will slide over to the left, disable the effect. And you can see that that's making a marked difference. So I like that. That's great. Let's keep going here. I'd like to add some sound effects. I think sound effects are pretty crucial when it comes to the development of your video. So as it pertains to this annotation here, you're either going to have rotary knobs, or I would like that to be more interesting in kind of how it comes into the screen. So I am going to hit Shift A and let's use a custom animation. So the second stage will be pointing at the MIDI controller, but initially I'd like for it to be off screen. So I'm going to go ahead, move this off screen here, and it's going to look something like this. Knobs, or you're going to have, now we definitely need that to be a lot faster. So I'm going to take the first point, the second point, and I'm going to minimize that. So it's a super quick transition, something like this. Rotary knobs, I like it. Now I'm going to add some sound effects on top of that. Let's go back to our downloadable assets. I'm going to go ahead and use sound effects whoosh 12. So let's drop that in right below that and let's see how this matches up. Rotary knobs, or yeah, it's great. Obviously shouldn't be that loud. Let's drop that down. Rotary knobs, or another little trick, it's not that big of a deal, but if you want a sound to kind of be further out in the background, not pop out so much, you might want to mix to mono. There's a much more complicated answer to that. If you're interested, just look up the difference between mono and stereo. But let's go ahead and take a listen here. Rotary knobs, or yeah, I like that. And then just another quick tip, if we go back into audio effects, little things that you can do, you can pitch the noise up or down. So let me grab this action, drop it into the sound effect. And we're going to pitch it down some. Let's see what it sounds like. Rotary knobs, or you're going. Cool. So that sounds really nice. It's not as big, right? It's not cutting through the mix. So that's great. So thus far, I'm really enjoying the flow of the video, and this is very important that it kind of takes you different places. But I do want to talk to you about something that I love about Camtasia. I'm not sure if it was created for this intended purpose, but watch this. I'm going to create a narration over my audio, and I'll just kind of do it live on the spot here. So I'm going to go into voice narration, and let's pretend that maybe I misspoke during this section here. I'll move the playhead kind of off to the distance where there's no audio, and I will just record myself narrating something really quickly. So let me go ahead and hit start voice recording. So now we have all kinds of options: low cut, high cut, and band pass, and it's really going to help you. Again, this is just with the assumption that we want to replace something, but I really don't want to do it. I just want to show it to you because I do think it'll be useful. And so let me go ahead and change the track height. I'll delete the pre-existing content. You can also just silence audio as I've showed you before. And let's go ahead and press play. I'm assuming we're going to have to change the volume just based on the look of the waveforms, but let's take a listen. So go ahead and click on the EQ gain. So now we have all kinds of options: low cut, high cut, and band pass, and it's really going to help you. Okay, so again, I would probably gain stage that so it sounds a little bit more natural in general. I love this feature. It has saved me a billion times, so make sure you use voice narration as it comes up. All right, and then I think really just the last thing to do is to create a little bit of color correction. Color correction is a very intense topic. You could watch videos and spend a lifetime on that, but I'm just going to give you kind of the 101. If I hit Command A and I just group everything together, now I can apply a color effect to the entire group. This makes it very easy to do this. If you don't group the content together, you're going to obviously have to do this piece by piece. So let me press play here. Hey team, how's it going? This is Eddie. All right, so this is the look of the video as it stands, yeah? And just, again, with the magic of post-production, there's some incredible things that you can do. If I go into visual effects, we have a great feature here. It's called Color LUT, L-U-T, and I'm simply going to grab it and drag it onto the content. So again, this is affecting everything. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bypass it, turn it off. Let's look at the difference. All right, so that's before and that's after. So I have the opportunity here to make this look a little bit better. And so there's different LUTs in the marketplace. Let's go ahead and check out a couple of the ones that I have on deck. So that one's going to look a little bit intense. That one looks okay. All right, that one looks pretty good right there. So imagine this. I have the color LUT at 100% and then bypassed at 0. I definitely like the direction of where this is going, but it would be nice if I could just change the intensity. So rather than distributing 100% of the LUT, I just want 80%. And so look at this. Look at what a grand difference this makes. I'm going to turn it off and on as the video progresses here. And in today's video, we're going to be covering this great MIDI controller. And I'm going to show you one of three things. I'm going to show you how to low cut, also going to show you how to high cut, but more importantly, I'm going to show you how to control the gain. So it's time to export. You have a lot of exporting features, my favorite of which is being able to upload videos directly to YouTube. The best part is that when you set up markers in your video within Camtasia, those markers will serve as timestamps on your YouTube uploads. For now, let's just go ahead and export using the local file. Now, I just want to mention that if you have a new M1 or M2 computer, that you're going to want to switch a setting in your preferences called Export Color Space, and you're going to want to switch that tab over to RGB. If you don't do this, your video might look a little bit darker in nature, so go ahead and make that switch. Alright, so as I export this video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this series on how to create a product walkthrough video. This has been an absolute blast. If you're anything like me, you know that information changes situations, and so I cannot wait to see what kind of video content you come up with. I just wanted to take a quick second to thank everyone over at Techsmith for giving me this opportunity. This is Eddie Gray signing off, reminding you to stay up, to stay happy, and to make the best content possible. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Bye.